Abraham was a man who lived a long, long time ago. He was known throughout the land as someone who truly believed in God. He listened to God's voice and followed his guidance, even when things were difficult. Abraham and his wife, Sarah, had a son named Isaac, who was very precious to them. God had promised Abraham that through Isaac, his family would grow to be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Many years had passed, and Abraham had proven his devotion to God time and time again. He had left his home and family to travel to a new land, trusting that God would be with him. He had faced many challenges, but his faith remained strong. He built altars and offered sacrifices, always acknowledging God as the source of all good things in his life. Abraham was an old man now, and his son Isaac was a young man, healthy and strong. Isaac was the center of Abraham's world, the fulfillment of God's promise. He was the heir, the one through whom Abraham's legacy would continue. Abraham loved Isaac dearly, and Isaac respected and loved his father. One day, a very surprising and serious command came to Abraham from God. God asked Abraham to take his beloved son, Isaac, and travel to a mountain called Moriah. There, God instructed, Abraham was to offer his son as a burnt offering. This was a test, a way for God to see just how deep Abraham's trust truly was. Abraham did not understand why God would ask such a thing. It seemed impossible, but Abraham had always listened to God. He woke up early the next morning, before the sun was even up. He prepared his donkeys, took 2 of his young men with him, and cut the wood for the offering. Isaac was with him, carrying the wood, and Abraham took fire and a knife. Abraham and Isaac traveled for 3 days. As they neared the mountain, Abraham told his young men to wait there. He said he and Isaac would go up the mountain to worship and then return. Abraham then placed the wood for the offering on his son Isaac's shoulders, and Abraham himself carried the fire and the knife. Isaac, seeing the wood and the fire, asked his father, "Father, where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replied, "God himself will provide the lamb for the offering, my son." They continued to walk together, side by side, up the mountain. When they reached the place God had shown him, Abraham built an altar and laid the wood in order. He then bound his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife, ready to offer his son. This was the hardest moment. He had to choose between obeying God and his deep love for his son. Just as he was about to make the sacrifice, a voice called out to him from the heavens. It was the angel of the Lord. The angel told Abraham, "Abraham, Abraham, do not lay a hand on the boy. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you truly fear God, because you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. Abraham went and took the ram and offered it as a burnt offering instead of his son. He named that place, "The Lord will provide." Because Abraham had obeyed and shown his unwavering trust, God promised him great blessings. God declared, "Because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your descendants all nations on earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me." Abraham and Isaac then returned home. This experience showed everyone that when God asks us to trust him, even in the most difficult situations, he is always with us. Faith means believing and obeying, even when we don't understand everything. It means knowing that God's plan is always good and that he will provide. Abraham's story teaches us that true faith involves trust and obedience. By passing this ultimate test, Abraham secured not only his own blessings but also the future for his descendants and, ultimately, for all people. It is a powerful reminder that even in our hardest moments, God is there. watching over us and guiding us.